Hi, today we have 3 stories from the subreddit relationship advice. One has to do with fear after a mugging. One is about a woman who isn't attracted to her boyfriend. The final one is about a friend who wasn't really a friend. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The first story is titled, I, 17 female, was jumped and mugged 2 blocks from my house while 3 months pregnant. I'm now scared to leave for anything. I have a sonogram today and my fiancé can't walk me to the doctor's office due to work. How do I get over this fear of leaving? Hello everyone. Basically what the title says. I got jumped a few weeks ago. They took my engagement ring, necklace, phone, and wallet. Luckily I wasn't hurt badly, and the baby is okay. But ever since then I've been terrified to leave the house. Because of the pandemic I haven't really had to. I can do my classes virtually and get food delivered. But now I have a doctor's appointment. My fiancé is in the military and he's away for training. He wanted to come with me to the doctor, but orders are orders. The doctor isn't far away, close enough that I can walk. But I'm so scared to leave. I'm seeing a therapist and we're working through this, but I'm not ready to leave alone yet. Because of high COVID numbers, I don't feel right asking any of my friends to risk exposure by coming with me. I'm scared to call a Uber or Lyft because I don't want to be locked in a car with a stranger who could do something bad. I don't have a relationship with my parents to call them for help, and my sister doesn't live near me. What are some things I can do or tell myself to feel safer? I have pepper spray, but when I was mugged he attacked me from behind and overpowered me, and I didn't get an opportunity to use it. I don't trust any law enforcement in this area because none of them care about people like me. Thank you for any advice. Comment 1. Because of high COVID numbers I don't feel right asking any of my friends to risk exposure by coming with me. Call a friend. If I were your friend, I'd hop in my car and drive you to the doctor and for ice cream afterwards. Some people are horrible, but some of them aren't. Comment 2. Call local police department and ask for security escort. They provide this service. Comment 3. Where are your parents? You might be pregnant and engaged, but you're a minor, and based on what you wrote here, you are not ready to be on your own. Sorry to say it because I know that's not what you want to hear, but that would be the case for literally any other 17-year-old. I am deeply concerned for both you and your baby if you continue like this. There's a reason you aren't considered an adult. Tell your doctor everything and ask to be connected with an advocate. Please also consider visiting Planned Parenthood or your country's equivalent, obviously not for an abortion, but for the multitude of other services they offer that will support the health of you and your baby. If your fiancé is older than 21, there is a strong chance that you are a victim of abuse. I suspect this due to the absence of your parents and the fact that you appear to have been abandoned while pregnant, and the fact that you aren't receiving assistance from the military. It is not normal to be alone, 17, pregnant, and scared. This is above Reddit's pay grade. Seek help immediately. I cannot stress this enough. Tell your doctor everything. Comment 4. In addition to the police, which you might not be comfortable with providing the service of security escort, there are also battered women's non-profits and, like abortion clinic escort services, there are community companions that walk elderly people around the neighborhood and stuff. You can call a friend to go with you, or call an Uber so you don't have to walk in fear. Getting over it takes time and you're getting therapy, which is the right way. I wish I could drive you myself. I'm so sorry this happened, but there are many local volunteer operations for disabled people and seniors that do their shopping and companionship. I'm sure they would happily provide an interim escort while you work through this. Congratulations on your new baby. Comment 5. Call a friend or your sister and have them on the phone with you while you walk there and back. It may give you enough reassurance just having a distraction and someone's voice there to comfort you. P.S. Sorry you went through that. Our next story is titled, I feel awful but I'm just not really attracted to my boyfriend. I, 19 female, just don't find my 22 male boyfriend of 3 months attractive. When I first met my boyfriend I didn't think anything of his appearance. He wasn't super or ugly or anything, but I just wasn't attracted to him. But getting to know him was like finding a long-lost best friend, and he asked me to be his girlfriend. And I agreed because we had so much in common, and I have never felt so close to a boy before. However, I just was never that attracted to him from the start, much less than previous boyfriends. Lately, I find myself seeing other people's boyfriends on TikTok or other social media and wishing my boyfriend was as cute as them. I feel extremely shallow and terrible about this. As someone with OCD, I tend to obsess over things, and this situation has become very anxiety-producing for me. I've even sometimes imagined previous boyfriends during sex. I'm so ashamed of myself and don't know what to do. I don't want to break off a relationship with someone I connect with so much, but I sometimes feel like I miss that intense physical attraction to someone. I'm really conflicted. I've never felt like this before, so I'm just really sad and mad at myself. Should I break up with him or try to get past this? Any advice or experience on this would be appreciated. Comment 1. You are barely together 3 months, just call it off. The longer you drag this out, the more you will hurt him. Comment 2. It's been 3 months and you're both young. Let him have the opportunity to find someone excited about him. Having chemistry doesn't mean you have to date them. You could have excellent chemistry to be friends or to open a soap business together. Having chemistry doesn't mean it's always romantic. Perhaps your chemistry with him is not suited for romantic ventures. Comment 3. It has been 3 months and judging by the way this reads, you are destined to eventually find someone else. It's nothing against this guy, but he's more of a friend. Granted, his perspective might read that he met this awesome girl he has a lot in common with that he never thought he'd ever be able to date, much less be in a relationship with. But remaining in a relationship you wish was a good friendship will continue to bother you. Comment 4. Been in your situation before, but for almost 2 years with a previous girlfriend of mine. Broke it off because of the same reason you posted about. I imagined a future with her and me not being attracted was a big issue no matter how shallow it may be. You're only 3 months in. If you're questioning it now, it won't stop lingering in your mind. Comment 5. The 3 months mark is usually the make and break for new couples. Either you will begin to fall in love around this point or you won't. You may notice that you don't have the most important things in common. You don't think they're as funny anymore. The things you thought that were initially cute now annoy you. You aren't actually physically attracted to them. There's no need to overthink it. This is a common situation. You are very young and you have learned a lesson that just because someone is a nice guy doesn't necessarily mean they're the right guy. And that's fine. Physical attraction is important. You know you need to break this off. Again, you're young. You're about to meet so many other people you'll find a strong emotional connection with, but next time, you may also have the physical connection. That's very important. Don't waste each other's time. Do the right thing, suck it up and call it off. Comment 6. When people are young, they think that physical attraction is the most important thing when it comes to a relationship. Looks fade though. If you're with a person based on looks, you'll often end up getting cheated on because that person is a hot commodity. Or you'll end up with a formerly good-looking man or woman that you have nothing in common with. You should probably focus your efforts on someone that you can have a conversation with that has career ambitions. Those things will pay off in the end. Our next story is titled, My old best friend, 21 female, asked to meet my 20 male daughter and wants to come back into my life after she found out I got married with my wife, 28 female. I had been best friends with this girl for my whole life ever since the day I was born. Growing up, I loved her and wanted to be with her for the longest time. I don't think you guys understand. I wanted her for my whole life basically, and then she told me she also had feelings for me, but ended up playing me like a freaking moron. Every time she would get a boyfriend, she would automatically block me and only have my number saved. Then she would add me back and get close with me again. I was close to actually dating her and she would reject me, then ask me to reschedule, but she would always leave me hanging. Well, I got sick and tired of it and I didn't block her, but I distanced myself from her, and when she unblocked me after her breakup, I didn't accept any of her requests or respond to her messages. It hurt a lot, but thankfully I got over her and got with my wonderful wife. We had a daughter together and recently got married. Now I only have feelings of anger towards my prior best friend. Yes, it's her life, her choices on who she gets to be with, but she would always make plans with me and ditch me to be with somebody else, and I thought we were friends for all those years. Anyways, my guess is that one of her friends who I also talked to told her about my situation and he stupidly set it up so that we met face to face again. He invited me to a car meet with him since I had not taken out my car like that for a while, and when I met up with him she was with him and he did not tell me at all. She asked to talk and I told her I couldn't. But she told me that she wanted to be friends how we were before again, and she told me she wanted to meet my daughter and my wife and that she was happy for me. I told her I didn't think it was right and she cried when I told her I didn't really want to see her anymore. Yes, I told my wife about the incident and she knows all about my history with her because she was there for me when I was being played by my old friend. She said she wouldn't have a problem with meeting her or letting her meet our daughter because she trusted me, and she told me she just doesn't wanted to cause any problems for me. I am feeling like a terrible friend for acting this way to her, but it's hard. I don't know if I should let her at least just meet my daughter. But I need some advice from you guys on whether or not I should try to be friends with her again or just let go of this friendship I've had with her for my whole life basically. Comment 1. Don't. This girl isn't a friend, and frankly it sounds like she never has been. Sounds like you've been in love with her forever, and she has fricked you around. That's not a friendship. Why do you want to blow up your life? Just tell her to have a nicer life and leave you alone. Then block her. Comment 2. I believe your gut instinct is right. She was never your friend. I would also side-eye your male friend. They set up a trap of sorts. What the heck was he thinking? She is a total write-off, thus not worth the effort. The guy friend probably should be written off as well as a shite stirrer. The more I think about it, I would block the both of them and continue my life drama-free. If she was a real friend, she would already know your wife and child. She doesn't get to demand that she meet your child and by default your wife. Interesting that she mentions your child first and your wife last. She sounds like a twisted sister. I don't know what her game is, nor would I care to find out. She is not entitled to a relationship with you. So, I believe you dealt with this maturely and respectfully. She was manipulative by having the guy friend help her ambush you. This is all you need to know. Blocking her from your life is the right decision. You have a new happy life with your wife and daughter. Only surround yourself with people who love and respect you. She has proven over and over again that isn't the case. You are more like her toy that she likes to torture emotionally. So ride off into the sunset with your chosen queen and child. Hugs. Comment 3. Out of respect to your wife I wouldn't. If your friend thinks it's inappropriate to be friends with you when she's dating someone or only wants to be friends when she isn't, is not a true friend anymore. Wait until she gets a boyfriend again and see if she still wants you in her life. Comment 4. It sounds like the woman was always keeping the op as a backup plan in case things didn't work out with her boyfriends. I've known women like that. They make you feel special and like you have a chance, and then they tell you about their new boyfriend and rip your heart out of your chest. You will never be number one in her life. She only wants to be friends with you because she realizes she lost her chance. If things end with your wife, she wants to be there to pick up the pieces. Block her and never talk with her again. Do the same with the friend who brought her to the car meet. Thanks for listening.